should a young entrepreneur date whilst he is building his business? I'm back in the lab, but a quick point to mention before we get into this video. A Starbucks iced Americano, I swear, is laced with something unusual because these are rocket fuel. I've never had anything like it. It's better than a Red Bull, and this stuff keeps you addicted. So be very careful. There's a reason why Starbucks is such a huge corporation around the world. This stuff has something in it. I swear it will come out in a few years to come. This is laced with something incredibly good. Question time with Jack. Question that I get asked the most probably whenever I put out an Instagram Q&A, which I did today, is should a young entrepreneur date whilst he is building his business? Should he see women or should he do a monk mode and not pay girls any attention? And I think I get asked this a lot because I'm a young guy that's done all right for myself and I've always had women around. So I'll just talk you through it and hopefully this will be the definitive guide you need to make that choice. First thing I want to say about this is don't let me or anybody else make your choices for you as a young man. That's just number one. You can come here looking for advice. You can ask me questions. That's absolutely fine. And you can listen to my answers and see what you think. But at the end of the day, no matter who's telling you things, make sure you make up your own mind. None of us have it perfect. And the guys that claim they do, the guys that claim that their way is the only way, are normally the guys that are completely full of shit. So just whatever I say, you make up your own mind at the end of the day. Don't let me tell you how to run your life. You literally get one life. If you think of your favorite characters, your favorite badass motherfuckers in the world, the reason you like them is because they're alpha, and really what an alpha is somebody that does his own thing, that does whatever he wants. My personal story. So I have always dated women since I was 16 years old. When I was 16, I had my first ever girlfriend. That lasted about 2 years. That was my first love, my first heartbreak. That one really, that turned me into a man, that one did. And I imagine it will for a lot of you. That first cut is the deepest. That first girl, that things go wrong with that one, and that is the one that really starts to turn you into a man. From day one, I've always been interested in women, and I've found great peace in having women around, and I've always had a pretty high sex drive and not a particularly big want or need to go and fuck a load of different women in one night stands. I've never found the one night stand appealing. Have I had them? Of course. But do I actually enjoy them that much? Not really. I prefer to get to know a girl and have a girl that I sleep with regularly. So for me, throughout everything I've done in my life, from flat broke to having a business, from having a 9 to 5, I've always had women that I see. And now I'm at a point where I've got some success, but I'm also very experienced with women and their nature and running a relationship. So I can run a very good relationship that's positive for my life. And up until now, 16 to 25, 9 years, I've been learning and honing that skill, the art of seduction, framing in a relationship. All of that stuff is a very, very important skill to learn. Why would I have spent the last 9 years, from 16 to fucking 25, not sleeping with any girls, not letting myself have any fun or enjoy myself because I'm hustling, because I'm on that grind, because I want to win, I want to get everything I want? You can have everything you want and be really successful and also have a great time getting there. Specifically when you're building a business, reasons for and against dating a woman all comes down to how well you run relationships and how good you are at dating and how good the woman is. The most positive periods of my life have been one of two eras. Era number one, good relationship, stability, solid, somebody to come home to, somebody to hang out with, watch movies in the evening rather than go out, get in a schedule, go to the gym, chill out with, have somebody cook for you, have someone take care of all the admin at home. Beautiful relationship. Phase number two, vicious breakup. I've had the biggest periods of growth in either a stable relationship that's going very well or just after a very vicious breakup that's stolen my soul and ripped it into pieces. In either of these situations, I've experienced huge growth. And I think because when you're hurting that bad, all you can really do is work. And when you're in a good, solid relationship, all you really want to do is work. You've got your girlfriend there. You don't have to go out chasing other girls. You don't have to waste time on dating apps. You don't have to do all that stuff. So you've got a really good period of time and work to focus and get your stuff done. And number two, you're in so much pain, you literally can't get out of the gym or stop working. Otherwise, your head would just explode. To be clear, what is a good, strong, solid relationship? Somebody that is happy with me working. Nobody's going to tell me what to do, but it's good that if your girlfriend is happy with your work and she understands your work ethic and your drive, if she's ever trying to stop you from being a man, ever trying to stop you from going to the gym, ever trying to stop you from working, getting upset about that, and she's taken away from your drive, that's a negative. You do not want that. You shouldn't accept that. Number 2, is she stressful? We all like a bit of drama in our lives. I'm not going to lie. I don't like girls that are 100% good all the time. I like it when they get a little bit jealous and we have a bit of a fight or an argument. Like, that's a bit of fun, but once a week max for me, please. Otherwise, it's distracting from work. So she can't be having arguments every day. She can't be going crazy. Obviously, no going out or partying or drinking. She can't have an unproductive lifestyle herself or be doing any of those things. There's another factor. I go on about brotherhood all the time. You can never let a girl take away your brotherhood. Your brotherhood is what gives you testosterone. It gives you that masculine drive. Having brothers that are ahead of you and that support you in your mission and genuinely want to see you do well will completely change your life forever. If you do not have that brotherhood in your life, you are experiencing 50% of the human experience. Although you should have that. If you want to join New Elite, go check out the link below. Get in touch with me. You can join us. It will completely change your life. But those brothers do not scratch the back of your head nicely. Hopefully not. I hope no one's doing that in the New Elite. They don't give you a hug when you need a hug. They don't sit down and really watch movies with you in the way you want to watch movies. And they certainly don't do any of the X-rated stuff that our girlfriends do. So for a man, I think it's a little bit crazy to say you're just gonna hang out with boys and do work for 5 years until you've got money and then look at women. I'd argue that's actually a little bit gay. That could be on the gay side. So for me, I always like to mix the two. I think they're two huge parts of a man's life, and you should have both at all times because there's a lot of comfort and relaxation and just that nice feminine touch that you cannot get from your brothers. As good as they are, as amazing as that is, and something that's absolutely necessary, you need that feminine touch as well, and all the boys need it. All guys need that in their lives, and that helps you, especially when you're on a mission, when you're trying to run the world, when you're trying to do your thing. You don't want a situation where you can never, ever unwind, where you're just getting more and more stressed in your life. So it's very nice to have a woman there for that reason as well. Now, to round up this video, you've decided, after hearing me talk and having to think yourself, that you want to have a relationship whilst starting a business. There's a couple of points to go through. Number 1, what stage of business are you in? I do not recommend having a solid girlfriend if you've got zero money. If you're absolutely flat broke, if you can't even take a girl out on a date, if you can't pay for a dinner, you're not ready for a girlfriend. I mean, I had a girlfriend from 16 and I was still living at home with my mum. But I always had money. I always had enough money to at least be able to take a girl out on a date. And that come from just working normal jobs when I was a kid. And then I got into sales and stuff like that. But if you haven't got any of that yet, if you're literally flat broke, if you're not in, I was already in shape. I was in shape from 14 years old. So I was in shape. I had money and I was still at school. I could drive, not at 16, but at 17, I could drive and I had a car. If you're not at that stage where you've got zero money, and you're not even at a point where you're in shape or have looked after yourself, you're not ready for a girlfriend yet. That's the work you've got to do first. Now, let's say you are at that stage where you might not have gotten as far as you want. You've just started making some money with your business, and you want to have a girl around you to just for that support, to look after her, for her to look after you. A couple of points that you should not ignore. Number 1, do not move in together. It can seem attractive to move in with a girl and share the bills. That is a terrible idea. That kills the attraction quicker than anything. And like I said, women are a beautiful feminine touch that allow comfort. Now, what's too much comfort? It's a very bad thing. We all know that. We're looking to run towards pain. So for a man in a relationship, my life is still 80% battle, war, hanging out with my brothers, doing business. 20% of the time is feminine, nice, building Lego, kissing, watching movies, having a good time, relaxing, boom, go back to war. That's the split that I go for. If you live with a woman, it doesn't mean they can't stay over, but if you actually both live in the same house, you're together all the time. I'm telling you now, no matter who it is, whether it's your best friend, your business partner, your girlfriend, your mum, your dad, your brother, anyone that you live with, I believe in not living with people. Anyone you live with, you're going to get fed up of. It's not normal to spend all that time together. And as a man, a lot of your good ideas, a lot of your periods of revelation and growth will come from solitude. And that has to be managed every week. So if you are going to choose to have a relationship because you think it will make you more stable and help you expand as a man whilst you're building your business, I think it's a good idea. But make sure you don't move in together. It can seem attractive. It's not a good idea. The relationship will end sooner than it needs to. So those are really my tips, lads. That's my take on the situation. I think do it. I think don't hold off on your life or having fun until you've made it. You can have fun along the way. I always have. Now I have to monitor that 80-20 still, maybe even less, 90-10. 90% work, grind, hustle, 10% fun. So once every 10 days, I think if you're a young man, once every 10 days you're going out, you're seeing your boys 3 times a month. That's probably a pretty nice split. And you get to have some fun and some experiences. You're booking in a trip with the boys once a year. And I think that's a good way to run it. You're seeing your girlfriend once a week on the weekend or twice a week, and she's helping you with some stuff or she's looking after you. And you're keeping that balance in your life. And it's mostly towards work and hustle, but not driving yourself insane. Because what I find is if I leave it for too long, if I let myself have no outlet, no way to have fun, no way to have a good time, I'm work, then I explode. And you don't want to see that. When Jack explodes, it's not pleasant, and it can turn into a longer bender or a longer party and things like that, rather than just having it once or twice a month, where you let your hair down a bit, have a couple of drinks, maybe go out to a hotel with a girl, something along those lines, and have a bit of fun. So, lads, I hope that helped you make that decision. If you're looking for the brotherhood aspect of this situation, you know where to find it. That should be, if you've watched this channel for any length of time, you know, and you've seen us build the New Elite firsthand, from 0 members to over 300 members over the last couple of years. And the brotherhood is rapidly expanding with incredible members around the world, and will be the #1 entrepreneurs network in the world. I guarantee you that. So join now before the price gets any higher. Check out the link in the description. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'll see you again very, very soon. And whoop-pow! I can't punch the camera. It's too far away. Whoop-pow! Japow! Hope you enjoyed that. Let's play some sounds before we check out. There we go. Getting the applause that we fucking deserve. Appreciate that. Thank you, guys. Oh, you can stop. Seriously, it's all right. You're too kind. You're too kind. Quieten down now, guys. Quieten down. Oh, guys, come on, please. I know it's good. I know it was good. Thank you. Thank you. I'm honoured. I'm honoured. I really am. I'm very honoured. Yeah, you guys can. Oh, guys, come on. This is getting silly now. This is getting silly. Guys, it's been a pleasure. See you soon.